Good evening. I am here. It has been a while. It is 1:19 a.m. on Friday, July 10th. I forgot that this is Paradise from Deltarune Chapter 3. I forgot that the official soundtrack does not loop. I was waiting for like a single loop of the song to go through, and I'm like, oh wait, one loop is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Whoops. So I have been away. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Ayla. How you both doing? Dorito. Yeah, we just switched to Dorito in the chat earlier. Okay, I can't hear myself. So I said that I was going to be back early this week, like Tuesday, and I was going to stream Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it didn't happen. It is Thursday night, and this is my first and probably only stream of the week. And things are still a mess here. And the problem is simply just that I don't have the time. I don't have the time to make things, get things in order. I came back from vacation pretty much a day late because I didn't come home. I mean, we came back to New Jersey on Monday, but I didn't actually come home until Tuesday afternoon. And because of that, I missed out on a lot of stuff I wanted to get done. So I ended up just falling behind, and I'm still catching up now. But, you know, it was a good weekend. I had fun. To be honest, there's not a whole lot to talk about regarding Anthrocon. We had a fun road trip there. The road trip back was fun as well. And being there was fun. I enjoyed being with my friends. A lot of the events got canceled because of both the heat warnings and the storms. But, yeah, overall, it was probably the most chill Anthrocon or furry convention in general I've been to. I barely did anything. And that's because Nessie was actually vending the whole weekend, so I was kind of just on my own for a lot of it. And, yeah, it was mostly just a hangout con, which sucks because I still missed hanging out with, a good, 3 or 4 people that I wanted to see over the weekend. Also, there's a bit of a mishap that happened, on Friday night of the convention. We DoorDashed some Snapple, from a local CVS with some food that we got, because for some reason places in Pittsburgh don't put drinks on their DoorDash menus, so you can't get a soda from a Chinese restaurant or a burger place. They just don't offer it. So we opted to get a 6-pack of peach tea Snapple from a local CVS. Looked fine, within expiration date, fully wrapped, not tampered with. and it had mold on the inside of it. What we're assuming is mold, what is very likely mold. And yeah, we were kind of worried about that, so we just dumped it out and got rid of it. Sucks. It was a waste of money. But other than that, it was it was a pretty good weekend. The Deltarune Undertale meetup was fun. That's kind of it. I went to the bird meetup for maybe 10 minutes or so. And yeah, overall it's weird. It was just kind of, it was like a lot of the con was just spent doing nothing. Like I did go to panels, but like nothing really stood out. It's kind of a weird weekend. I will say this though, wishing Toby actually uploaded music looping once. I think it's, yeah, I don't know. It's because it's like the actual like normal file for it, and it's not like a custom loop set. I don't know. It's weird. Still have more there. There we go. So, yeah. There's really not a whole lot to say. It was just kind of a chill weekend. I enjoyed spending it with my friends, and I'm kind of, I'm bummed that I'm back. Not bummed that I'm back, but bummed that, I have to go back to work. Because it's like, ugh, man, why work? Hey again, Kyle, how you doing? Except for Grapefruit isn't active, so I don't have the mold emotes, so here's one from my cancel game I have emotes from for some reason. Hyper Cheese. I just like the name of that emote, Hyper Cheese. It's good. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot for me to talk about regarding Anthrocon. On the way out, on Monday morning, when we were loading up our car and leaving, I did meet one of Nessie's mutuals, who just happened to be, leaving the hotel at the same time we were. And, yeah, they were pretty cool. Definitely would like to talk to them more when I get the chance. They're actually a pretty popular Twitch streamer, too, I believe. But yeah, it was cool meeting them. It was completely by chance, too. Like, we didn't know that they were in the hotel, and we didn't know it was the same person that was following Nessie until, we brought it up. Or they traded, blue skies. It was cool. Anyway, speaking of Twitch, so now that I'm back from vacation, I think I'm gonna start, outside of both getting back into the groove of things here, which is, aptly named because we're gonna do Rhythm Heaven Groove tonight. Outside of the delays and stuff and getting back into this, I'm gonna hopefully settle into more streams as we go forward, and hopefully settle into doing them a bit earlier again. Hopefully I could get fully caught up this weekend and not be struggling to start earlier. We'll have to see. But also, the 10th anniversary is coming up in early September, and I want to get some stuff done for the stream by then, so that I can have a better stream going forward. The other thing too is that we're close to 1,000 followers here. Where is the goal widget? There it is. We're at 963. So if I could, it shouldn't be that hard to pull out 37 more followers within the next 2 months. 2 months minus 5 days. So I'm really hoping we hit that. That'd be a great milestone to hit before the 10-year anniversary, especially for someone like me. Barbuda? I already streamed Barbuda, but we will do Mooncat at some point. In fact, I've been thinking about all sorts of games I want to stream. Wario Land 1 just got added to the Virtual Console thing. Nintendo Switch Online yesterday, and I'm like, oh man, I kind of want to stream that now. But we have other stuff we got to do right now. We're falling behind a bit. Obviously, I have not played Rhythm Heaven. I still got to go back and do Star Fox. Deltarune, we're pretty much done with, though. And Off, yes, Off. I forgot about Off. We got to beat Off. I got to stroke Off and then beat Off. There is something else I was just gonna say, and I forgot because I made a masturbation joke. Deltarune we finished, but there's actually something interesting that happened yesterday when the new update came out. Not for Switch, but for everything else. And it is lore-based, and it's very interesting that it got dropped, like, weeks after the chapter actually came out. I was also going to do, like, a stream where I, like, watch stuff we missed in Chapter 5 and previous chapters, but truth be told, there's not a whole lot to, like, really go over. Mostly just some alternate, like, conversations. Very, very interesting. Yes, we'll go over it in a second, actually. But, like, the major thing we missed was that, on that weird route, abandoned weird route that I saved at the end, if you go into the Dark World, if you continue on to where Ralsei is actually, like, aware that Chris abandoned the weird route, because when he pops out this thing, instead of being, like, aggravated at Flowery, he's just like, oh my god, Chris, you're okay. And it's, like, really weird that he's, like, suddenly, like, really worried or relieved about Chris. Like, he knew that he knew that Chris was going down a bad path. A weird path, a side B path, so to speak. Also, it seems he hella knows. Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, it's funny that everyone thought the Field of Jealousy, or the Inferno of Jealousy, had to do with Asgore, when in fact it had to do with Ralsei, because he could use fire magic, and he was jealous of Flowery. Asgore was like one of the most mature characters in that chapter. That was like the big swerve, really, when you think about it. The fact that he's like kind of fully accepted the, Toriel, like, leaving him at the end. Because he's like, yeah, I kind of understand what it means to get such unwanted affection now. So, assuming, he's alright by the end of Deltarune, he's probably going to just be, like, mature about it. Which would be nice. Can't necessarily undo the past, but you can, fix the future. But what do I know? I've never been married. Yeah, no, that's it. I'm kind of scattered. Again, I really wanted to stream more. Heard about possible other theory in the Jealous thing, and oh shit, if true. Really? I don't think I've heard of that one. I'm working on a playthrough where I abandoned the weird route in Chapter 2 so I could get the Thorn Ring. Yes, there has been some major theory crafting going on that there's going to be a third route, like a secret route in the game. Oh, speaking of Deltarune, actually, good thing I got reminded of that. It's time for me to shut that off. I'm gonna need some more music here, too. Timers. Deltarune spoilers off. There we go. I should just keep that on for the next year until Chapter 6 comes out. No, but... Yeah, the theory going around is that because you need the Thorn Ring from an abandoned weird route to get the Twisted Sword is going to be like a third route, like a chapter, like a side C to it all, or possibly the true route. We don't know, since it requires both the other routes. The other thing, this was only my second time going through Chapter 3, and this time you defeat the knight on your first try. Nice. While I was on the road to Anthrocon, I actually loaded up my main file on Switch 2, and I beat the knight in about 3 or 4 tries, because I never beat him, or I never beat them on my main file. I only beat them on the weird route file. And I then finished the chapter and saved it, and wanted to see, because that makes the shadow crystal show up on the main menu. So I was wondering if, like, that meant that, like, then it would show up in my Chapter 5 file, but when I load the Chapter 5 file, it still said I only had 4 crystals. So, while it is there, I would have to redo Chapter 4 and then Chapter 5 for that crystal to now carry over. So, I didn't want to do that, and we're not going to do that just yet. Oh. I think you pick up items from the bosses in the left area of Castletown. Yeah, I mean, if that works in Chapter 6, that's cool, but, I mean, it might not. Who knows? For all we know, this is a bit of a theory I've had. This is a Michael Deltarune theory. A Michael Rune theory. Just like the Michael door. My theory is that Chapter 6 is not going to have, like, any gameplay to it. Like that's not necessarily true. Like there might be gameplay, but it's going to be a short chapter because they've gone on the record stating that development of the chapter is very easy compared to the previous chapters, probably because there's no weird route. And also, if Deltarune is based heavily on Mother 3, which I believe has been confirmed at some point or another, that Mother 3 does play a part in Deltarune's inspiration. Chapter 6 in Deltarune was Mother 3 was just a cutscene. It's the cutscene where Lucas is in the gold flower meadow with Boney and the ghost. So I'm wondering if Chapter 6 of Deltarune is going to be the same thing. But then that means, you know what that likely means to me? It means that they're probably not going to release Chapter 6 on its own. It's probably going to be released with Chapter 7, which is what the original plan was for Deltarune. It was that 3, 4, and 5 were going to release together, and then 6 and 7 were going to release together. I saw the meme. It's funny. Oh, God. No one even cares about that meme anymore. But yeah, that's my theory. That's a working theory. Work in progress. At least it's not misogynistic like some other Deltarune theories. Apparently people really don't like the idea of Noelle or Susie, like, having plot significance in a positive way. Which is, like, cool, guys, really. Okay, where's the new dialogue? I know I could find it easily, but, hold on. Deltarune, Chapter 5. That probably changed my PNG tuber. What is it? New shop dialogue. Oh, perfect. Chapter 5, new shop dialogue. Okay, so, I gotta preface this too, because it's something we didn't do on stream. So, remember in that side-scrolling part where you're climbing up the leaves right before you go to, like, the first, like out, like, the sunset area? When I jumped to the right, when I was looking for the pink coins, and I saw, like, a little red thing in the corner of the screen, and I'm like, what is that? And I tried to interact with it, but it's, like, too far away. Well, let's see here. Let me actually pull that up first. Well, it turns out you can interact with that, like, immediately, like, if you're very quick. Let's see. Is this it? Yes. So, this, I'm actually gonna pull up the chat on my my phone. Oh God, they changed how Twitch looks on this thing now. Okay. So, wait, is it not showing? No, it is. Okay. So, if you go all the way up here, and I did this on stream, I just didn't realize this was interactable. So, right over there, there's something, that little diamond on the right. If you're quick enough, you can actually act on it as soon as you enter. And when you do, you all take damage. And why do you take damage? Look very carefully. Oh, I must have gone too far back. Hold on. There he is. There's the friendo in the corner there. So for some reason, interacting with that weird object makes friend appear, and it damages your party in a very weird way. It's calculated based on the sell value of the first item in your inventory. So I don't know what this player had, but they had something that was worth, apparently, over 100. Mother 3's Tiny Chapter 6 was also before Chapter 7, which was the longest chapter by far, maybe double, triple length of other chapters, though it had a final chapter after that. Yeah. Well, I believe that the final chapter is going to be, like, the route that ties everything together. I don't think there's necessarily going to be a Chapter 8. It's more like you're going to play through the other chapters again with a different thing that's going to get added later or something. So this motherfucker is watching. Yes. He's always there watching. Now, they just pushed out an update for the game. on PC. Consoles are getting it soon. This isn't the hot fix with the boss fix in it. That actually came out on consoles over the weekend. And I know because I have it now. Mind you, I beat Flowery on my first try, so I didn't even need that shit. So, this update added in something interesting. The patch notes said, adds in an additional shop, or cliffside shop dialogue under an obscure circumstance. And people found out that that circumstance was that A, you have to activate the friend in this chapter and get hurt by it, and B, you have to get the egg, which, as you know, I got like completely by accident because I didn't know where I had no idea where it was. So, if you do both of those and then go back to the shop, and pick talk in general, this now happens. So presumably I can do this in my own file if I go back and get friend in it. Obscure as in like, yeah, doing all the secrets. Also, let me just point out, I had no idea that was supposed to be pink at all until people pointed that out to me. It's like, yeah, it's pink. Look, because then orange is here with her if you've already beaten her. It's like, oh, all right. So, if you pick talk after getting the egg and getting hurt by friend, this happens. Suddenly the shopkeeper's body took your hand and talked in a low voice only you could hear. Chris, is your hand okay? It looks like you've got a cat bite, Mew. Cats can be nasty creatures, can't they, Mew? I once met someone who really liked cats, Mew. They liked cats so much they owned a whole hunting pack of them, Mew. Of course, cats are fickle creatures, but they were very good at finding protein. Chris, if you have any protein, you must keep it hidden and never let anyone see it. The cats are not too smart, but once they find a target, they never stop chasing it until they get bored. And when they find you, they bite. Very, very hard. Some people would do anything to get away from them, even change their appearance or go into hiding. Oh, Chris, it's terrible, Mew. It's terrible. Please be careful, Chris. Promise. Huh? Why am I trembling? Was my body saying something? Hey, don't have any conversations without me. Communication is key, right, body? Body? Yeah, so, interesting implications there. What are they exactly? I don't know. It's possible that because of the circumstances and the way she's mentioning someone hiding themselves, changing who they are, it's very likely that Friend and the Eggman have some kind of common connection. I have no idea what it could be. No one does. I have a guess, but fuck yeah, exactly. But you know, it's a whole thing. Anyway, I don't think there's a whole lot else to talk about. Ever since I got back, I've just been kind of scrambling to get things done. I'm almost all caught up. I am not going to be streaming tomorrow or Saturday because my friend's birthday is technically today because it's Friday where I am. And we're all going to be playing... Well, their birthday's Saturday, actually. But we're all going to be playing the 1.0 release of Pal World together tomorrow night and Saturday. I'm like vaguely interested in the game just because I like some of the monster designs. I'm not really like super into it, but I do want to try it. I'm not going to stream it. It's not going to be streamed. It's just going to be me and my friends playing. And yeah, that's it. Next week streams will be back to normal, and I'll probably try to crank them up. I thought I wasn't going to be here next weekend, but it turns out we're postponing that until August. I will not be here the weekend of the 25th and the weekend of August 1st. Oh, no, sorry, August 1st. No, yeah, August 1st, I think. Actually, I could probably check. Yeah. So those 2 weekends in a row I won't be here, but I will be here the next 2 weekends. And, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean I'll stream, but I will be here. Anyway, tonight we're going to do Rhythm Heaven, and there's also a Tetris 99 Maximus Cup happening. So we're going to be doing both of those. But before I do that... what? before I do that, I have a little unboxing. Not really an unboxing. It is an unboxing. It's an unbagging because it's in a bag. All right, hold tight 1 second.